is your power. My beauty is my power. Hey, hey, hey now. Hear these words and sing it louder. We turn beauty into power. We turn beauty into power. Hey, hey, hey now. Hear these words and sing it louder. Say your beauty.
Continue to have the conversation about what Ashton Hall is doing. And I heard a little something called the Ashton Hall Experience.
Yes.
Can you tell our audience more about that?
So what we're really excited about with the Ashton Hall Experience, it's something where we do a ready-to-wear line that's available, and that's going to be available in more stores. But the experience is where I work with my private clients. So these are clients that are getting custom-made garments.
Love it.
And it's a full experience from we sit and we talk about, say, the event. Let's say it's your birthday party, and we'll talk about what's the theme of the party. And I literally will sit there and sketch the design as we're talking.
Love
I
it.
get to know you as a client because, each thing about the design that makes it work is that I design from the inside out.
I love
Meaning,
it.
if I just put a dress on you and say, oh, this is what you need to wear, then you become like a hanger wearing a garment.
There you go.
But the experience is more about finding out who you are, and then I design the product that takes on another dimension.
Love it.
So when you walk into that room at your birthday party, this is how I know I achieved the goal when they say, Cheryl, you look beautiful from head to toe.
Thank you, darling.
But if the client says, oh my God, where'd you get that dress from? That means either I overshot the design too much or I must have missed something. So it's so
Interesting.
important that you get the compliment of, you look amazing, because not only do we design the garment, then we take it to the next step and we style them. So we talk about, well, what is your hair going to look like? Your makeup, what kind of shoe, because all of that is part of the experience.
Love it.
So sometimes we will either shop the market to get the shoe, or the client brings the shoe to the first meeting, and then we design along with the look of the shoe and the whole experience. It's more than just, I want you to wear this. It's, I want you to look your best on that day.
Awesome.
It's not about me. It's because the product is going to look amazing, but it has to complement the client.
It has to have a
Yeah.
signature print
Absolutely.
of the person you're designing.
Absolutely.
That's what makes your experience exceptional.
Yeah.
So it's really couture wear with the most personal touch ever.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because a lot, because you got to remember, as a designer, you do want to put your product out there, but you have to remember your customer they're the number one.
Yes.
And if you just say, well, I'm doing big padded shoulders and big, puffy sleeves, it may be too much for the client.
Maybe
And
too
they walk in the
much.
room and the whole night they're doing this. They're just doing
Yes.
this because they don't feel comfortable.
Right.
So that's where you'd have to let them talk. And then even when they go through fittings, the other part of the experience is, so after we sketch, they'll say, oh, I love the sketch. So then we make a mock-up of the garment. And then you try on the mock-up, and that's where you really start to partner with the client, because they say, oh, I love this, but maybe if we make the hemline a little shorter, or I see what you were doing with the ruffle from the sketch, but instead of ruffling it, maybe if we made it drag the floor.
Right.
And then they get so involved with the process,
Love
by
it.
the time we do the real garment,
They're excited. It's sold.
it's sold because they feel like they had this one opportunity to play assistant designer.
Yes.
But really, it's the feedback they're giving me is what's allowing me to design
I love
that
it.
merchandise.
Love it, love
Yeah.
it, love it, love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think you want to avail yourself and take advantage of the Ashton Hall experience. Now, how could they find that? Is that online somewhere? Do they call you?
So through the website. So we have the website, which is Ashton Hall Collection.
Yes.
It allows you to go to contact us. So you can go in and give us your name and either your email or your phone number, and just a brief summary of like what the event is. And then my team will reach out, we schedule an appointment,
Awesome.
and then we move the process along. I've worked with clients in state, out of state.
Beautiful.
There are times we fly the client in or vice versa. It just depends on the level of the event.
That's amazing. So, the Ashton Hall experience can be yours today if you elect, and that is amazing. Now, what special opportunities would you say have come out of the Ashton Hall Design Collection career?
Okay. Great question. So what I would tell to future up and coming designers is, always know that your talent can get you in front of kings and queens.
Love it.
And let me explain what I mean by that. So throughout my journey, even though I focus on designing, while I was in design school, I went to learn more about hair and makeup. So I went to a trade school to just learn how the whole process works, because when I'm on set, I want to be able to say, okay, style the hair this way, or the makeup should be more like this. I want to be able to talk their language. So the advantage of doing that now was, as a designer, I was able to design costumes for movies.
Love it.
I was able to do a lot of music videos. At the time, they were called CD and album covers. Now, I don't know what it's called now.
I don't know either.
But those are the kind of things we did. Book covers, so it's not that I just created clothing for retail stores. So you can take your gift and your talent and do amazing things with it.
Love
to
it.
the point where I had the great opportunity to work with Reggie Wells. He's the makeup artist for Oprah Winfrey, the legend, and he actually did makeup for one of my collection shows.
Wow!
But more importantly, he gave me the opportunity when Oprah was doing the Legends Ball.
Yes.
One of his friends needed a gown to be made for that event.
Love it.
So more than just making the gown, I got the opportunity to go to the home of Oprah Winfrey, where every celebrity you can think of was there at the gospel brunch.
Amazing.
So look how, by learning how to sew, by learning how to make garments, I was able to be at this event.
Open up major doors for you.
So don't feel like as a designer it stops there. And then you could be a stylist. I mean, I have another good friend. When we met, we did a fashion show together. And I could see his potential, and I said to him, "What is it you really want to do?" He's like, "I want to be a designer." I said, but I could see, based on his technical skills, that the journey was too far away from him. And I said, "So it sounds like you want to be in fashion, but there's other opportunities." He said, "Well, what else could I do?" I said, "You ever thought about being a stylist?" Because backstage, he was telling all the designers, "Oh, no, you should show it like this. Take the jacket off and show." And he was correct. And he was correct. He was telling all of us how we should present the collection minutes before the show. I said, "You should be a stylist." Yes. And today, he dresses a lot of the red carpet celebrities.
Amazing.
And I saw him at a few events, and I'm like, I'm so happy that you're living your dream. So he wanted to come in fashion, but he wasn't on the right side of the tracks.
Right, for the designer side.
Right.
But he had the collective eye.
Yes. So always remember that you may want to come in as a designer, but there's other opportunities. They need stylists. There's so many things now that you can do. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's empowering because it is a whole industry.
And
there are a lot of components to that industry to make it successful.
Absolutely.
And being a stylist is fabulous.
Yes.
I can tell you that because I'm one as well as a celebrity makeup artist.
Exactly.
So talk to me about your philanthropic work. What has Ashton Hall done to leave his imprint on a global scale?
That's great. I tell not only designers that I work with now, but even the up and coming designers, what is your footprint that you want to leave? More than just a label, more than just a brand selling in the store. What are you doing outside of that? So two of the things that we currently are doing is we worked with the ALS Foundation. Actually, we're getting ready to work with them on another project in a few months. And then also with the Heart Foundation.
Fabulous.
So what we did was, in one of my shows, a portion of the ticket sales went directly to their organization. But more importantly, when you say the company itself, we have a heart for this school that's in Pakistan. Now, I had a chance to go there a few years ago to share with the students there. It was on a missionary trip. But do you know that trip changed my life?
That's amazing.
I went there thinking like, I was going to share with them and, encourage them. No, they changed me. And can I share this, audience? Can I share this quick story?
Please.
I'll never forget where, when I was there, one of the students were helping me get prepared. They were like, "Oh, we can press your clothes for you so you're prepared every day." And I said, "Oh, that's fine." And I gave them money to say thank you, and it was American money, so he had to get it changed over to their currency. And I said, take this and buy, whatever for the other kids. No, you know what he did? He bought gifts for me.
Wow.
Came back to say
thank you.
We want to say thank you for coming, and we want you to always remember us. It changed my life.
Wow.
Because I knew at that moment that it was more than just there was a love that was created there with myself and the teachers and everything. So now we as an organization, every month we send financial contributions to the school because they need support in the area of their books and in their uniforms. And I saw this school go from a one-room space to now it's a bigger school.
Amazing.
And to know that I'm involved in helping them.
Beautiful.
So I tell people, take your money and do something more. Just don't buy the latest, greatest. What are you doing? What are you and I'm
To help
changing
change the
lives.
world. Love it.
And every Christmas they'll send me videos, they'll send me Christmas cards.
Amazing.
All the children are like, we miss you. When are you coming back? So we're making plans to go and visit once again. But that changed my life. I knew then that as I made more money with my company, that I want to be able to support something tangible and change lives that way.
Love it. That is amazing. That is what this show is all about.
Yeah.
How can we take our gifting and talent to help make the world a better place?
Absolutely.
Ashton Hall, you're doing just that.
Thank you.
I thank you so much for your time, your energy, your love that you poured out in giving the tangible and winning advice to be selective and stay relevant.
Yeah, that's good.
That is everything right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that you agree with me because he dropped some gems. Ladies and gentlemen, look out for the Ashton Hall experience. Continue to keep your eye on this king and everything he's doing because I know you're going to be impressed and you're going to want his fashions. Men and women alike. I thank you so much for joining the Beauty into Power show and I will see you soon. God bless you.
My beauty is my power. Hey, hey, hey now. Hear these words and sing it louder. We turn beauty into power. We turn beauty into power. Hey, hey, hey now. Hear these words and sing it louder. Say your beauty.